184-pound weight class. There's Jim Hamel. Jim Hamel's been to the Nationals.
Khodar Hoballah, wrestling for the Bulls, senior, Jimmy Hamel.
Right, he was a 97-pounder most of his career, and then they decided this summer that he was going to go 84. He started working out. I know I come in to help with the UB camp, and he was working out like a madman then to get down to 84, and he's done very well controlling that weight. And again, he was ranked in the country.
2-point takedown.
So they have, UB has 4 guys that's ranked in the country, and they have 2 guys that were ranked in the country. So they're very capable this year. They just, the last 2 dual meets, 1 match has been their downfall. There's that UB quick takedown again. I'm glad to see that Jimmy Hamel's got his weight under control, and he looks good. You know, in the beginning it was tough on him.
Well, a win by Hamel here would cement the victory and put it out of reach for Eastern Michigan. So this is a key match here for the night.
You know, the way that takedown come, it looks like it's going to be control of UB, but we found out the last match that didn't work that way. I like looking around the gym and looking at the people that are cheering and so on when I go to matches, and I keep looking over that Swin Aerodyne over there, Catch of Bones over there talking over the matches, all the pluses and all the minuses, and they're on that Aerodyne working out. They just got through wrestling, they're tired, and they're working out, getting ready for the next one. Catch of Bones coaching over there.
Jim Hamel from UB and Khodar Hoballah of Eastern Michigan, worth the 184-pound weight class. UB leads the team score by 17-6, and Hamel leads the individual match score here by 2-1 count.
This reminds me of one of the earlier matches where they got the 2-1 score and kind of shut it down, both of them.
You're going to see the styles change as they go up in weight.
A little slower.
A different technique. I wasn't going to say a little slower, but
a little slower.
but a lot stronger.
A lot stronger. You're right about that.
53 seconds remaining.
There we see big David Wade, heavyweight for Eastern Michigan, pacing behind the bench.
He might be slower, but he's got a lot of other things going for him.
He's got size, that's for sure.
The Eastern Michigan guy, knowing what the team score is, that he needs to pick this pace up.
Hamel in with the takedown right there. He gets 2. Trying to pull him back in, get some back points, but he lost the arm.
There again, hip on the line, everything's out of bounds, but still a takedown. I love the out of bounds rule, by the way.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It's one of the best things they ever put in. I know my freshmen have a lot of trouble with that. You know, they get over out of bounds, they stop wrestling, the guy takes them down, the upperclassmen. They can't figure out what happened. They learn fast. They learn the hard way.
Well, they've even tweaked that in high school over the last couple of years, whereas, you know, now it's at the point where you can get a takedown with your opponent out of bounds as long as you have 2 feet inbounds. It takes the high school kids a while to get used to that.
They think that white line out there is a safety zone. Once you're outside of it, nothing's going to happen to me.
So we're at the end of the first period, and it's Jimmy Hamel up by a 4-1 count. His opponent, Khodar Hoballah of Eastern Michigan.
Khodar needs to do something here.
1 point escape.
One escape. So again, Hamel gets a takedown. This match is well on its way being over.
And we mentioned this earlier too. This is a league match. These wrestlers, for the most part, have seen each other over the years. I'm sure they've seen each other at the league tournament, and they're familiar with each other's styles. They've scouted each other. They know what to expect. A little different than wrestling a team that you haven't seen before.
Right, and I talked to Coach Beaker, like I said, a couple weeks ago. We're at the New York State Collegiate Championships, and he said that I left some guys out of my lineup. I think they finished 6th or 7th down the list, where they're usually right there 1 or 2, sometimes 3, with the power of their team. But they knew how important these conference matches are. You get the right seeding, the right place, the right finish, and you qualify to go to the Nationals. If you have the wrong seeding, you have a hard road. You know, if you get 4th, you wrestle 1, you don't go to the semis, you're not going to the Nationals unless you get a wild card. So therefore, they got to get to that, you know, that number 1, number 2 seedings. It's very important for them.
Well, the coaches' national rankings do come into play when picking wild cards, do they not?
That's correct, they do. They have a formula now that everybody has to put all their scores in the NWCA. It's quite a setup. That paperwork might be one of the things that's chasing me out of this sport. Yeah. Tons of paperwork. We go by the NCAA rules also, even though we're junior college.
46 seconds to go here in the second period. Hamel up by 5-1 count.
Back to the knee pick again. Is he going to get the 3rd takedown off the same shot? Nope, out of bounds.
37 seconds remaining second period.
A win here by Hamel will cement the team victory, which will be the first in the MAC this year for UB. It'll be an important one. The ball in deep underneath on the single, and Hamel reached over. He reached through the crotch.
He's just running the clock down. I don't think he's really trying for a takedown. He's just running it down. Now he's sprawling off. Now he might end up getting one, but he sees the score. He knows what it is. If it ends right here in this score, his team wins. He knows what's going on.
2-1, that's the end of the period. We'll head into the third. Senior Jim Hamel looking to pick up the MAC League victory. There's the takedown right near the out of bounds.
I think both of his takedowns are out of bounds. Oh, caution by Hamel, right? Yep. Get 2 cautions, the freebies as you call it, and then the 3rd one cost you a point. And you want to make sure that you get out.
Quick shot of the UB bench, and Coach Biegner doesn't look like he's old enough to have coached here 16 years. Must be that stylish haircut. It hides the age.
I'm going to tell him you said that, Bob.
You don't have to. I just said it on television.
He wasn't. There's a nice reversal. He wasn't a 2-time Division I All-American for nothing, you know.
I said he looks young. Looks good.
I was talking about a stylish haircut.
Hamel lets him go. He's up 7-2 now.
You've got the bench here laughing. You got the voice of the bull, Joe Muscarella, laughing down there too.
Joe Muscarella, he wrestled for you, didn't he, Aaron?
Yes, he did before he came here and wrestled for UB.
No reason to wait. No reason to wait.
Did they wear headgear back then, or was it just wrestling in a sand pit?
I know, I'm old. Joe's not that old.
1 minute to go here in the match. Jim Hamel about to give UB the team victory. He's up by 7-2 count.
And normally they'd be fighting right now to get that 8-pointer, but they know what the team score is. Don't make a mistake. Get thrown to your back for 5 and tie the score up, that's not good. So keep it under control. Talking to coaching staff, they said Kent State's the real deal. They had one pivotal match last week against Kent State. They cost the whole thing. It was a 6-point swing. It's funny how one move, one thing hurts the outcome of the whole thing at the end. That's why we tell our guys, make sure you take care of your responsibilities, let everybody else take care of theirs. "15 seconds to go." I know the crowd is yelling, go take him down one more time. I wouldn't extend myself. You know, you get flopped in there for a 5-pointer and tie this thing up, that would be really bad. You know, the match is won. He's won.
Jim Hamel wins it by 8-2 count. That gives UB the 20-6 lead. Eastern Michigan is not going to be able to catch up, but we're going to